Jason in Tennessee, you're live with Eric and Owen. What would you like to talk about?
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Hello, hello.
It's pretty cool to be able to talk to you again. I talked to Eric and V yesterday. It's really cool that you're on this week, Owen. I love your channel.
Glad to be here.
I wanted to since Eric may still remember the conversation we had last week. I had a buddy, I'm a secular humanist. I was really trying to help my buddy out. And I've kind of washed my hands clean of that now because I took your advice and I can't fix it. So there's really nothing I can do but just be available.
Yeah. And, do you want to bring Owen up to speed a little bit and kind of contextualize what you're saying?
My buddy has, obviously he has some kind of he's having hallucinations, and it's caused by the religion that he's kind of going to. And I can tell, you can see it. And I've done everything I can do to help, and there's nothing more I can do. But I also, I see the harm that sometimes religion can do to people if they get into that situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you get a lot of myths of people, being, what's the term? Exorcisms, being inhabited by a demon. These ideas that angels are talking to you, demons are talking to you when you're having these visual and auditory hallucinations. And so
very strange.
It is.
Human brain works that way.
And I got to tell you, man, you're on this side of it now. You recognize there's only so much that you can do, and it is absolutely okay to go, this sucks. It really sucks, yeah. Jason.
That's exactly how it is. I got to wash my hands clean of it, and I've got to keep going and doing my thing. And I will say that watching Owen's channel does help me out. The way that you evaluate things is, I do watch a lot of ACA stuff, but I do see Telltale. I do watch Vice Rhino. I love that because it keeps me in a good community. And I think anybody that is probably watching now should expand to you guys, every one of you. Y'all definitely have helped out the last years.
All right, y'all heard Jason. Go to Telltale's YouTube channel and hit subscribe.
Yes.
But Jason, there was more that you wanted to talk about. Owen, did you want to?
Oh no, it's okay. Was there more to? Did you have another question or anything that you wanted to touch on, Jason?
It says in the notes that you wanted to.
Right now.
It says in the notes that you wanted to talk about addiction.
I have my own personal issues, but I'm dealing with them, and I go to, I'm an AA. I do everything that I can to deal with mine. And I've been obviously through that watching how Narcotics Anonymous is, that's a whole different slew of problems, and
yeah, I don't know if you knew this. I'm guessing you probably did, but for the audience who may not know this, I went through addiction too, and I've been to NA meetings and stuff like that, which is basically Alcoholics Anonymous for drug use rather than alcohol use, right? And I actually do have a lot to say about, the AA and NA programs, and it's not positive.
They're good at what they do. I don't. I mean, if you're looking for a fix, it's not going to work, but it does better than not doing anything.
I agree. It's better than not doing anything. That is true. Although they have shoehorned religion into, you know, Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous as much as possible. Like 3 of the steps are about God. Now, over time, they have tried to reform it and make it a little bit more secular friendly, but it's not based on science. The 12 steps are not based on science. It was not created by scientists or psychologists. It was created by a church, and it is a religious program first and foremost. Trying to reform that into an addiction program is a lost cause, in my opinion. There are secular rehab that I went through. I went through secular rehab, and it did fantastic for me. One problem I have with Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous is their ass backwards view on treatment. I don't know. I won't get into it too much, but that's my abridged version of my issues with it. But it does help people. It has helped people in the past. AA and NA has. I just want to see people get into secular programs rather than religious programs.
It's a great start. It really is. They do good work, but it's just not enough for like everybody. And obviously, like, there's different types of addictions, and they don't separate those.
Right. I actually was addicted to heroin for a while. I ended up getting on Suboxone. I've talked about this on my channel before, but I got on Suboxone. I've been on Suboxone for a while now. And when I was a heroin addict, I was a train wreck. I, you know, didn't make any money, didn't have a job, didn't have a life at all. I was just a mess. And I started taking Suboxone, and I am now a tax-paying member of society, a contributing member of society. Suboxone, in my opinion, has saved my life. But one big issue with AA and NA is they won't take anybody who takes Suboxone because they have this thing against using any substances at all. Now, I get that. I get that mindset. I get that opinion, but it's not based in science. If Suboxone can help me live a normal life safely outside of addiction and help me free myself from that addiction, you know, scientifically speaking, I don't see anything wrong with it. So it's my take.
Cheers.
I've never, I know people that have done that, and they they load the doses, and they make it to where that you can kind of wean yourself off of that slowly. But I'm totally for that. I mean, it's a hard thing to maintain over time. It's not going to be cured in 1 week or day or 28 days or whatever.
Right. Another thing that I'm not a huge fan of with AA and NA is something that they picked up from religion. It's the idea that you are perpetually sick and you can't get better. They came up with the term recovering alcoholic or recovering addict, and they apply it to whoever the addict is for the rest of their lives. I'm not a recovering addict. I am a recovered addict. I haven't used drugs in 8 years or something. Say again.
They have convinced me that I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. And
you don't have to. I know people who have done this for 8 to 10 years, and it's been good for them that they do this for 8 to 10 years. That may be required. That may be good for you. If that's the case, then do it. But don't let this religious program convince you that you are sick and can't be made well, like religion tells people.
Some of the people I've met are great influences. They're really good people.
Yeah,
can't
definitely.
throw that away.
I agree. There's community in it for sure.
Jason, thank you for calling in, man.
Kind of like
Owen, I'm glad you expanded on that.
Yeah.
I want to pick your brain more.
Yeah, I actually went to school for substance abuse counseling. Like after getting clean, I went to college. It's a psychology degree for substance abuse counseling for 2 years. And so this issue is extremely important to me.
Well, do you have any specific resources that you would suggest for people?
You know what? I bet the Secular Therapy Project probably has information for recovering from addiction. I will tell you this, AA and NA have done a lot for a lot of people, but I would recommend secular programs instead, personally. It's just me.
I agree. They're great programs, but it's not, it's working only to a level to me. I need a little bit more.
You know what? Check out a secular one. I know that you went through NA or you went through AA, I guess. Why don't you try a secular one? A secular one may actually give you a new perspective and bring you further than you've gotten so far with AA.
That's good to hear, that kind of optimistic thing, because I'm not giving up.
Good.
Just know there's only so much that you can do. But Jason, we've got one more caller that we want to get to. But thank you for calling in, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. It's been really good to talk to you guys.
Good.
Hope you have a good rest of the day.
You too.